All right, you guys, we're back at it with another video on today. Make sure you guys hit that subscription button, subscribe to the channel. We're going to do the post-game analysis from the game on today. You're going to get my reaction and what I think about the game, and I'm going to give my takes on what I saw today. Now, pretty much coming into the game, we pretty much know that Coach Prime has said that it was going to be a personal game, and it was definitely personal. In the beginning of the game, it was really, really sloppy. Nobody could score. It was just a sloppy football game. There's a lot of turnovers, a lot of mistakes. Shedeur being sacked about 8 times in this game. It was just so much stuff going on. The only issue that I have with Shedeur is that he needs to learn how to take off and run. That's the only problem that I have with Shedeur is watching him. He plays the quarterback position really, really well, but he needs to know when he's holding the ball too long, and he needs to know when it's time to take off. Not asking him to be Lamar Jackson, not asking him to be Justin Fields or Michael Vick or anybody like that. Just saying, man, you just need to be able to pick up those first downs every now and then, and you need to take off running every now and then. When a play is not open, normally that's what a quarterback does. He takes off and tries to get as many yards as he can. But Shedeur today, it just seemed like he was holding on to the ball for a very, very long time. And he was getting sacked a lot today. You know, that rush was coming, man. He got sacked 8 times. So you can't have that, especially with the offensive line as well as they played last week. I feel like they kind of regressed a little bit in this game, allowing their quarterback to be sacked that many times. And not only that, Shedeur holding on to the ball just a little bit too longer than normal. But other than that, man, Shedeur, another powerful game, another beautiful game by Shedeur Sanders on today. He was 31 out of 42 for 393 yards. He averaged around 9.4 a throw. Pretty much Shedeur had 2 touchdowns in this game in the air, and he also ran a touchdown in, which I really, really love because I know that Shedeur can use his legs. I want to see Shedeur use his legs more. I'm not asking him to be, you know what I'm saying, any of those guys, Jackson, Fields, Vic. I'm not asking him to be that, but you want to see that from the quarterback. You want to see the quarterback not take so many sacks. Another beautiful game from Xavier Weaver, 10 catches, 170 yards. It looks like he's starting to be the #1 target for Shedeur Sanders. Now, Travis Hunter, he definitely played well in this game as well. Took a lot of snaps again. He didn't have the big game that he had last week, but he was effective on the field on today, whether defensively or offensively. Offensively, he had 3 catches for 73 yards, and this time he didn't go over 100 yards. The only receiver that went over 100 in this game was Xavier Weaver. He had the hot hand, and the hot hand was being fed. Jimmy Horn also had a great game on today. He had 8 catches for 64 yards, and that's not bad. That's pretty much it. I still want to see the run game take off. I don't know who's going to be the stud at running back on this team. Now, Dylan Edwards did have 9 runs and 9 carries on today for 55 yards, and he averaged 6.1. So maybe if they would have gave Dylan the ball a little bit more, gave him at least 12 to 15 touches, maybe he could have went over 100 yards rushing. I don't know per se. Hackerson, he only had 26 yards rushing, and you got 11 yards from Charlie. You got 11 yards from him. So pretty much you really didn't get anything from anybody else. I think Kavasi Smoke did get in the game, but he didn't get any carries or anything like that. I'm still waiting on Alton McCaskill. I want to see can this Colorado football team run the football, man. That's the biggest thing, man. You know, Shedeur's going to need that help, man. It's going to be the games like today that he had where it looked like he kind of struggled a little bit, you know, as far as holding the ball a little bit longer. And you need those games where the running backs are getting off, man. You need some of those games. So that's what I'm looking for Colorado in the next game. I would love to see these guys rush over 100 yards. I don't think that they have done it yet, and none of the running backs have ran over 100 yards yet. So that's something that I'm looking to see going forth from this team. But other than that, man, a great debut for Colorado and Coach Prime getting the win today. Definitely it was personal. I said that the game would end up being like 35-17, and it was almost that close. It ended up being 36-14. So definitely Colorado showed out. Now next week they got to get ready for Colorado State, which is another pretty much, I guess, another rival game Colorado versus Colorado State. That's going to be another rivalry game pretty much, just to see who's going to be the big dogs in Colorado. But other than that, man, love Shedeur Sanders. Love the way he's playing. He currently now has over 900 yards passing. I believe he has 6 touchdowns on the season. And he is definitely putting himself in the Heisman conversation. Shedeur Sanders definitely has a shot to win the Heisman. He hasn't thrown an interception yet all season, and that is beautiful. Being able to protect that football and not throwing interceptions is a beautiful thing, man, from the quarterback. You don't want to see your quarterback turning over the football, and that's one thing I can say about Shedeur that's been very, very positive, is that Shedeur has definitely been good as far as game managing the game and not making any mistakes, throwing any interceptions so far on this young season. But definitely, man, I want to see Shiloh make some more plays. I think Shiloh in this game had 5 tackles. Want to see Shiloh make some plays and get a pick possibly in the near future. But definitely, man, the defense played well on today. They held these guys to 14 points, which is definitely something that they needed, because the defense still has a problem with stopping the run. They gave up over 220 something, I think 22 yards rushing or something like that. So the defense still has to be able to stop the run. They gave up a long run to the quarterback, Jeff Sims. Jeff Sims had a 50-yard scamper to the house. And I knew that eventually Sims was going to take off and run on these guys. And it definitely happened. He ended up dashing to the end zone for 57 yards out. But other than that, man, the defense played well. They got fumbles in this game. They got takeaways. They got an interception as well from Solomon Craig. So the team definitely, man, stepped up defensively. And that's what you want to see from the Buffs going into the near future. So I can't wait for the game on next Saturday for these guys to play Colorado State. And then after that game, you have to get ready for the 2 biggest games in the conference, and that's Oregon and USC. You got both of those teams back to back. So definitely, man, going into that game, man, Coach Prime could be 3-0. So we'll see what they'll do against Colorado State, man. But I love everything that the team is doing. And Coach Prime got these guys headed in the right direction. And I think that a lot of people are starting to believe now. Definitely, I am a believer of this team, and they're going to win a lot of more games this season, and they're going to shock some of your favorite teams. All right, guys, make sure you hit that subscription button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back to you soon with another video. I'm out of here. Till next time. Peace.